competition is not for the faint of heart.
WWE is trying so hard to make a big deal with having promos stating that the following event is not going to be for the faint of heart. Like, we get it already. Also, I failed to realize how the hell skydiving is related to Money in the Bank in any way. One single ambush after months of annoyingly walking in and walking out is all Lacey Evans needed to do in order to gain a Raw Women's title match. Naomi was already in the ring prior to the event opening. WWE somehow didn't have time for Naomi to make her own damn entrance, whereas everybody else had all the time in the world. Hell, some matches were cut short to save time for a Lars Sullivan segment. Also, this goes back to what I've said at WrestleMania. Too many matches! I'm throwing in an additional 10 cents for cutting matches short, throwing in as many as possible, and putting in an impromptu segment just so these pay-per-views can be 4 hours long. Stop the pain already! Thank you, WWE, for finally utilizing Nikki Cross, though I'm sinning this instead of removing a sin because this is the first big thing Nikki has done since joining the main roster like 4 months ago.
She is so excited.
Because of running underneath the ladder, Nikki loses this match. I get that she's out of control, but now she's out of luck. The fact that Sonya Deville immediately told Mandy Rose to be in this ladder match, throwing away any chance Sonya herself could have possibly obtained.
Trying to contain my excitement here, but I can't!
Byron Saxton is extremely against Corey Graves drooling over Mandy Rose, but then he starts drooling over Bayley. Byron is one of the biggest hypocrites of the WWE commentary team ever.
No countouts, no disqualification.
Commentator states the obvious about the rules of a match as though we are clueless cliche.
Oh my!
75% of the women didn't even get hit by that ladder. From the looks of things, Bayley's the only one who actually got hit. Everyone else fell down just for the joy of falling down.
Talia!
The sight of Mandy not getting hit by the ladder and reacting way too late was so bad I'm throwing in a double sin.
Tornado with a ladder!
For fuck's sake. Ladder tug of war. Also, does it really matter who gets to operate the ladder? The main objective is to climb it and grab the briefcase, not fight over who gets to hold the ladder. First ladder introduced is too small to reach the prize cliche. There's a much bigger ladder already in the ring, yet Bayley decides to go for the smaller ladder. Won't win you the match, you know. Dana Brooke could be balancing on her tippy toes at the very top of the ladder and would be lucky enough to be able to grab the bottom of the briefcase. Alright, not gonna lie, that was pretty innovative. That was quite the highlight in this match by Naomi. Get up! Also, I don't see how Ember Moon is gonna get up considering you locked her legs into the ladder. What's with the yelling?
Oh, trying to... Oh!
Dana reacted at the wrong moment from Bayley's sunset flip.
Damage to your opponents. Oh!
Nikki's really got to stop doing that. Twice the bad luck now.
Make a move, Brooke.
Some would say that Renee Young is cheering for Dana Brooke in this portion of the match, but I believe Renee told Dana to make a move because Dana has been doing anything but making a move for the last 35 seconds with no one in the ring.
Dana Brooke has got her hand on the clip.
Dana had her hand on the clip and could have quickly retrieved the briefcase before Mandy could continue the attack, but instead Dana decides to climb higher above the briefcase just so she can start swinging. The opportunity was right there in front of you. I'm starting to not understand Dana believing she deserves better if she squandered an opportunity like that.
Wait a minute!
Well, holy shit. What do you say remove 3 sins for that awesome eclipse on the ladder into the ring? Amazing timing.
Charmella!
Charmella? What the hell is Charmella, Byron?
No one is inside the...
The ladder was in a perfect position for Carmella to grab it and unhook the briefcase, but she still felt the need to adjust it for whatever reason, which ultimately cost her the match.
Come on, this is garbage.
Renee used the time stone, time travel, and saw the future of this pay-per-view's main event. I'm gonna help you win the Money in the Bank ladder match, but first let me adjust my hair into a ponytail.
Up the next Raw Women's Champion!
Tom Phillips automatically assumes that Bayley will go after the Raw Women's Championship despite being part of the SmackDown Live. Post-match interview.
Dude, this is the Bayley that we've all been dying to see.
The Bayley that we've all been dying to see is the same Bayley we've seen for the last number of years. That line makes no sense, Renee. Previously on WWE.
Goes through the roof and...
Sami Zayn is addicted to Triple H's phone calls.
Can you give me a second?
Why the hell is Hunter not giving Sami Zayn a pedigree right now? I would have done that after the second interruption, considering it in the first. I bet Rey Mysterio was like, sorry I'm late, didn't realize I was up next. Also, while this United States title rematch between Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio is longer than their encounter at WrestleMania, it's only by 40 seconds. Also, look at it this way. Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio had 2 consecutive pay-per-view matches for the United States title. Combined both the matches' runtime, and it's literally 160 seconds. For 2 pay-per-views! Even Goldberg and Brock Lesnar fought longer than that.
But is yet to win the United States title.
WWE and their massive erection for having as many wrestlers as possible become Grand Slam champions. Jesus, it's making the list less prestigious if they're just going to add all the wrestlers on it. I think about 5 to 10 more wrestlers will become Grand Slam champion by 2020.
Joe clearly definitely had a plan coming into this.
You'd have to be stupid to not have a plan coming into this type of match, Renee.
The biggest little man.
That was pretty bad. That's all I gotta say about that. There is no way Samoa Joe could be affected by that slip in any way.
Samoa Joe after losing on the big stage to Rey Mysterio.
It was the other way around, Corey. Rey Mysterio lost to Samoa Joe on the biggest stage. What the hell were you watching?
Title! Did he get him?
I'm throwing in 15 cents because Joe's shoulder was not only off the mat, but almost his entire left side of his body was off the mat. There is no justifying this bullshit in any way. Post-match assault. Also, would have been a cool segment if Dominic actually got involved and was also laid out by Joe. Then maybe things could actually move on in an interesting way.
Punish Rey in front of his teenage son.
Dominic was born in 1997, which means right now he's 22. And if his birthday hasn't happened this year yet, he's 21. He is not a freaking teenager anymore, Michael. Earlier, Hunter told Sami Zayn that Braun Strowman was barred from the arena, and yet Braun clearly waltzes in like nothing. The security sucks. Either that or Hunter was lying the whole time.
I expected a much bigger ovation.
Corey Graves actually believed that Shane McMahon would be getting an ovation despite being one of the most disliked on the roster at the moment.
Miz's family versus Shane's family.
The Miz thinks this is about his family against Shane McMahon's family, even though none of the other McMahons have gotten involved with this feud.
You can dream it. Shane.
Wrestler tries to immediately escape the cage upon the match beginning cliche.
I don't think Shane McMahon wanted to be involved in a brawl tonight.
If Shane didn't want to be involved in this match, he could have easily just backed out since he's in charge.
Say the cowardly way out.
Escaping the cage isn't a coward's way out. That's one of the ways you win the match. It's fair game. But of course, the commentators are stupid as always. Ow, my hands! Shane has forgotten that there are no rope breaks inside a steel cage match. Soon enough, so will the referee. Coward begs for mercy when his arch rival, who he's been given hell to for a long time, gains the upper hand cliche.
For the Miz and Shane.
See what I mean? Another 5 sins being added because rope breaks do not count in a steel cage match. This event is full of major bullshit and it's pissing me off. The crowd would be great at Cinema Sins 2 expansion. The Miz is an idiot. Slingshotting your opponent into a cage is the worst idea because it gives them the chance to catch the cage and start their ascent. And it helps Shane win too.
Miz, that's not.
There are two possible thoughts going on in the Miz's mind. It's either, damn it, he won by accident again, or, oh, so that's what Shane looks like with his shirt off. So this is all revealed to have been Brock Lesnar's doing just so he can be the 8th participant in the male Money in the Bank ladder match. Probably should have realized it based on the position Sami Zayn is in, like a deer hung up after a hunter kills it. That's how it's done. That's what we do, folks.
One of the best we've got.
Insert name of wrestler is one of the best we got here on the roster cliche. By this point, every wrestler is the quote best we got here.
Money in the Bank is presented by
Skip! Arya Daivari was likely thinking, what should I do for a customized entrance in this event? Oh, I know. How about I pretend that I'm Alberto Del Rio and drive around in cars honking it? I'm sure nobody will notice the obvious ripoff. Guess what? We all noticed.
Intensity went up.
Tony Nese isn't even reacting to any of Arya Daivari's punches.
for the moment.
Arya looked to get back to his feet really quickly, but decided to stay on all fours, allowing Tony to connect his leg drop. It'd be more believable if Arya was slowly getting back to his feet instead of quickly moving, then stopping.
7 months with an injury.
Oh god, that entire sequence was so awkward. Arya believed that Tony had countered, whereas Tony believed Arya was supposed to successfully connect his move, giving this a double sin for the double awkwardness.
Arya undefeated in 2019.
Vic Joseph just jinxed Arya's momentum by bringing up his undefeated streak of 2019, on the night the streak ends.
Looking to put Daivari Ray in.
Yeah, Tony Nese was looking to put Arya Daivari array, whatever that's supposed to mean.
Running.
That running knee strike connected more with the camera than it did to Arya. Not gonna lie, this Cruiserweight title match was a little awkward.
Is good or better than WrestleMania.
This promo gets an automatic 5 sins just for even considering the possibility of comparing Super Showdown to the greatness that was WrestleMania 35. Previously on something we've already seen about 20 minutes ago. Sorry, but only Laura Croft can pull off that outfit. First we had Arya Daivari parodying Alberto Del Rio, and now we have Lacey Evans parodying Tomb Raider. Lacey Evans money.
There's not a lot of history to look at.
Except Lacey's match on Raw and her appearance in the Women's Royal Rumble match earlier this year.
Becky Lynch is white hot right now.
Wouldn't that be red hot, actually?
She's walking away as Becky 2 belts. Mark my words.
Oh, shut up, you cheerleader. Plus, you just jinxed Becky Lynch's momentum, so we know who to blame for this. Renee is really trying to reach Byron Saxton and David Otunga levels of annoyance. Even if Lacey successfully leaped over the barricade, there's not really a path for her to run from Becky. This is the middle of the first row. Lacey would be even more trapped than she already was.
The power that Lacey possesses.
The off-sync singing audience.
Becky, quote, big mouth.
Becky Big Mouth is just as cringe as Becky Two Belts. Oops, looks like I just triggered the fan base once again.
It was nasty. Lacey Evans.
Yeah, that was totally effective and will definitely help Lacey defeat the wrestler who botched a victory over Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania.
The furthest from.
Lacey demands the referee to start counting when he's already been counting.
Oh my goodness.
Corey Graves just might need 20 minutes, wouldn't you agree?
Time for the top rope.
Even from this camera view, it was pretty obvious that Lacey barely got hit by that dropkick if at all. Hair pulling.
Up to win the Raw Women's Champion.
First, the referee completely ignores Samoa Joe's shoulder being off the mat, then pretends not to notice Becky's shoulders obviously on the mat. That was a clear 3 count, and Lacey is the winner. Just like I did before, here's another 15 cents for another horrible round of referee officiating. Where does Becky think she's going? Did she completely forget that she has to defend the SmackDown Women's title against Charlotte Flair too? Double champions are supposed to defend both the titles one after the other.
Once upon a time, these two were best friends.
We're still going to play the "these two wrestlers used to be best friends" card that's been overused between Charlotte and Becky? No thank you, too boring.
Oh, now Becky with the kick right to the forearm.
Actually, Becky kicked Charlotte right in the boob. Again. Becky is obviously close enough to reach the bottom rope, yet pretends that it's still a long ways away from her.
Hey, wait a minute.
Are you surprised? Lacey clearly won the previous match if it hadn't been for the referee pretending Becky's shoulders weren't down, so I'm not surprised that she would return and cost Becky her other title. Not saying it's right, I'm just saying I'm not surprised.
You have got to be both, and Charlotte wins.
A devastating kick to the air is what wins Charlotte her 9th women's title. Wow, this pay-per-view is really awkward tonight.
Oh, Becky wins.
Another post-match assault. This night is full of them. Bayley just lets Becky get her ass kicked for about 2 minutes before deciding to save her. What a so-called friend. Bayley taking all the time in the world debating about whether or not she should cash in her Money in the Bank contract. This is all too similar to when she hesitated about whacking Alexa Bliss with a kendo stick 2 years ago. Stop hesitating all the freaking time.
I can't believe it's happening.
Some referees wait until the champion is back to their feet. Other referees just let the match begin when the champion is unconscious. They can never make up their mind, can they? I think I just heard Sasha Banks throw another temper tantrum looking at this site. Just kidding, but in all seriousness, I'll give Bayley props on becoming the first female Grand Slam champion in WWE history, as well as the first female Triple Crown champion. Although this celebration goes on for nearly 5 whole minutes, and yet we still have time for Lars Sullivan attacking Lucha House Party. Pre-match assault, and also I'm pissed at Elias for breaking more guitars than he has played them. Elias playing an electric guitar will definitely get a sin remover because it made his concerts more heavy. Loving it.
See, with the big dog out of the way.
One single guitar shot to the back, and Elias believes that'll take Roman Reigns for the remainder of the night, failing to realize one important thing. It's Roman Reigns!
Good night.
Elias actually finished off his concert without getting interrupted beforehand. This is history in the making. About freaking time. One of the most heavily promoted matches at this event was reduced to a 10-second encounter. What a damn waste. Excited to see Seth Rollins take on AJ Styles, though I can't be the only one who believed WWE pulled the trigger for this match a little too early. This is SummerSlam worthy and deserved a better build-up. Also, thanks to that one disgrace to the name of wrestling, this is the first time the nearly 3-year-old Universal Championship has ever been defended at Money in the Bank. Not even kidding. How much longer are we going to hear AJ Styles non-pyro? We no longer have pyro except at WrestleMania and special events in Saudi Arabia. The sound effects are annoying.
The Beast Slayer.
Well, just like his Kingslayer name, the Beast Slayer nickname is now 100% useless given what happens in about an hour from now.
Leader of...
You could literally play the Jeopardy theme over this moment. Might just consider doing that in the future for stare downs. What do you think?
Realize.
Oh, nice.
Both Seth Rollins and AJ Styles stare at each other after almost every move in the early goings of this match. Hit a move? Stare. Hit another move? Stare. They're really taking the staring games to my limit. This is just so I don't have to bring it up anymore in this match.
And look at Rollins now. Oh,
well, that was an awkward hip toss.
What he did.
oh.
Seth was watching AJ the whole time, yada yada yada, even though that knee strike did look impressive.
Count of 7. And now AJ.
Both Seth and AJ managed to beat the count, but Seth insists on going back outside the ring.
The champ needs the count.
No. Also, is Seth Rollins trying to be the Daniel Bryan from 2012, constantly yelling no for every punch or kick he delivers?
2 of the premier athletes in the entire world.
I thought Tony Nese was the one who referred to himself as the premier athlete. Guarantee he shouted backstage, "Hey, that's my nickname!"
Buckle bomb for Styles.
Buckle bomb from Styles? It was clearly Seth Rollins who connected the buckle bomb. When has AJ Styles ever done that?
Up and... Oh, looking for the face.
I like that counter. I'm at least glad there are many moments in this match with perfect timing and cooperation. Enough to qualify as a good match.
Here, almost stole it there.
Commentator stupidly refers to a legal roll-up as stealing the victory cliche. It was a good moment, and then Michael Cole ruined it.
Rollins where he wants him, launches himself.
New cliche added to the sins. AJ Styles attempts to connect an obviously failing phenomenal forearm when his opponent is literally in front of him cliche. Lord knows how many times I've pointed that out throughout this franchise.
Off the top rope!
It's cool when Seth does a superplex into the Falcon's arrow, but to see it with his opponent in the reverse direction is even more awesome. Countering the curb stomp into the Styles Clash was absolutely amazing, even if AJ nearly dropped Seth. Here's a few more sins removed. The last moments of this match was fun. AJ admits to Seth that he hates shaking his opponent's hand upon defeat, and I don't blame him. I don't like doing that either. High pitch Eric threatened to stab me sign.
That title away.
What was the point of playing AJ's theme if Seth was just going to randomly interrupt it like a dick? Besides, AJ lost the match, so why play his music at all?
Dummy.
Skip!
This is a six-man tag team match.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your reason why several matches were cut short tonight, so we would have time for this impromptu shit. Also, the very curious question I have is, who was supposed to be the Lucha House Party's opponents? This was to be a six-man tag team match, and I've been wondering who the hell their opponents were since it happened. Lars Sullivan is our modern-day Ryback from 2012, showing up just to destroy the jobbers, even at pay-per-view events, and now I'm calling that he'll randomly be placed in a WWE title situation with CM Punk, whoever's the champion come Hell in a Cell. Lars Sullivan accidentally splitting his head open was almost as funny as the time Goldberg did the same thing in 2017.
Big O right here.
That one moment when I foreshadowed the name Big O in a previous Sins video of mine about 3 years ago. I wonder if anything in my Sins videos from 2019 are going to foreshadow something from 2020. Also, the New Day were gullible enough to fall for Kevin Owens, a guy who backstabbed pretty much all of his partners. How could anyone trust this guy? Pancake Frisbee.
The New Day. And he is
Greg Hamilton probably realized that he was supposed to continue introducing Kofi Kingston, nearly forgetting that he was the WWE champion.
Trying to control.
Careful, Kofi. Wouldn't want you to accidentally split your head open like Lars Sullivan just did moments ago.
That's why this is my show.
And that's why I'm giving you a sin.
If you want a championship match, ask Kofi for the match.
Ask for a title match? Byron, if that strategy actually worked, then how come many wrestlers have failed to get a title match for their own career? Oh yeah, because that's not how it works in the WWE. Copywriting Kingston. Wait, what? No, that was bad. It should involve New Day. Fuck! Kevin somehow believed that a 1 count was a 3 count. Reminds me of the time he stupidly thought a 2 count was a 4 count.
Oh no! Oh!
Well, Kevin knows Kofi loves pancakes, so what better way to repay that love than to literally flatten him like a pancake? Who the hell is Kevin talking to?
Come on, Kofi!
80% of this match is Kevin monologuing, which, while it's what heels do, is becoming more and more boring with every word. Even after he turns back on Chris Jericho, there's no denying that Kevin Owens is still a huge fan of Y2J. Man, I miss those two together.
The outside! Oh!
Fucking epic! No other words to describe that perfectly timed super kick. Love that sequence very, very much.
Good for the SOS again!
Kofi failed to trip Kevin's leg when he connected the SOS. Probably explains why Kevin wasn't that affected by the move.
Stop clapping! Stop clapping!
How about you stop talking? As much as I was impressed with Kofi Kingston continuing his WWE title reign, it's still sad knowing the reason Kevin lost this match was because he randomly decided to take Kofi's shoes off. This is almost as embarrassing as the time Aleister Black lost an NXT title match just by slipping on water. Last time we had a Super Showdown event, the big time match The Undertaker was in was credited as Last Time Ever. This time, he's in a match credited as First Time Ever, even if that First Time Ever match is one we didn't ask for. Also, don't worry, the sin counter is invincible now, so I'm more than confident to sin the next Saudi Arabia event when the time comes. I'm surprised this match isn't being credited as Last Time Ever or something.
who is the acting general manager.
Wait, whoa, stop right there. Since when the hell did Baron Corbin get reinstated as the acting general manager of Monday Night Raw? Finn Balor is the Intercontinental Champion but forgot to bring out his championship. Even if he's not defending the title, he'd at least be giving the title some more recognition. Don't want another dumb reign like Seth Rollins.
You can't see the wind, Byron, but it's there.
Well, that was a random statement.
RKO.
If the bell is rung with only 7 wrestlers in the ring and the 8th wrestler didn't make his entrance in time, then the 8th spot is null and void. And if Brock Lesnar was selected to be the 8th wrestler, then why the hell wasn't he out here right now like he should be?
Is every man for himself.
This is a long-ass Sins video, and I hope the remainder of this match isn't more stating the obvious.
Get up! Oh my God!
This happens several times, and the American announce table doesn't break every time. Who made these tables invincible all of a sudden?
Around, there's no one to stop Orton.
Well, there are.
Randy Orton throws the ladder into the ring, then walks around staring at the crowd instead of climbing it to retrieve the briefcase. And this is a guy who's a veteran of ladder matches and previously won a Money in the Bank ladder match too.
Walking Dead with ladders all of a sudden.
How?
Superstar finds himself that alliance.
Ricochet sends Drew McIntyre underneath the ladder, which likely causes Drew's doom on possibly winning this match.
Looking to shine, and
Ali is a dumbass. Guess who received major bad luck at the end of this match? Yep, the guy who decided to run underneath the ladder to leap out of the ring.
trying to scale the ladder. Ricochet.
Winner of Money in the Bank 2019 to bring you Money in the Bank 2014 when Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose did the same thing. Also, this goes on for quite some time. Oh shit, I'm removing 5 sins for that. Finn Balor no doubt took some of the most hard to watch shots in this ladder match, and it's freaking awesome to see how much he put his body on the line. Same with everyone else in this match, with the exception of the 8th guy. Yowie Wowie is the new Mamma Mia, apparently. Sorry, Mauro Ranallo, but it looks like Bray Wyatt has replaced your catchphrase as the popular holy shit highlight chant.
Best to hold the ring. Good job.
Another awesome move with Ricochet landing perfectly upside down and then back to his feet.
Second. No.
Jesus, there's another 5 sins remove. Absolutely loving all these great highlights in this amazing Money in the Bank ladder match. Shows how much these wrestlers actually give a shit with what they do. This is awesome indeed. Semi-ceiling cam. May not be on the ceiling, but it's close enough. Guess it wouldn't be a ladder match without the ladder as bridge between the ring apron and announce table cliche, am I right? 3 horrific back suplexes from Randy Orton never destroyed an announce table, yet one single chokeslam from Baron Corbin does for another. Randy must have chosen the wrong table then. Finn Balor has fucking balls, and I have so much respect for this guy after tonight. I cringed in so much pain from seeing that. Coming from a guy who doesn't like Finn that much at all, I believe he definitely deserved to win this match after seeing what he went through.
Ladder matches in history.
Even Baron Corbin has quite the highlight reel in this match. There's no way this could possibly be ruined, right? Baron Corbin's hand is likely broken from that Claymore. He should be thankful Drew McIntyre missed the rest of him, right?
And Ricochet launch right over.
Highlights left and right. You know what? I will applaud all 7 wrestlers for putting on epic highlights throughout this amazing match by removing 30 sins in total. They deserve an epic ovation after this performance.
Going up top, trying to grab the top.
Drew is not even close to the top of the ladder, yet thinks he can easily grab the briefcase from where he's standing. Well, so much for Seth Rollins being known as the Beast Slayer, given Brock Lesnar still here. Brock is a dick to the cameraman. The fans in the audience are cheering for Brock to win this match, but rest assured they'll be on social media 5 minutes later tweeting their disdain. I think I can actually see Brock possibly having a fear of heights with his deep breaths. For every wrestler in this match who actually deserved this victory and put their careers on the line, I'm adding 10,000 sins. 70,000 in total because this was an absolute travesty. Feeling really bad for the rest of the competition tonight, especially since they were not told of who would be stealing the glory. Yep, we know who's back, but not for long, as Brock will more than likely be gone 95% of the time.